Hello everyone, Andy with Poly Performance here, and you're watching Poly Garage. Today we're going to be talking about a nice little upgrade that you can make for your late model IFS Toyota. So from the factory, the lower control arms use a bonded rubber bushing. It's got a hard outer shell, a rubber liner, and then a steel sleeve bonded to the inner piece. These are great for an OEM vehicle because they're quiet, they're cheap, and they're easy to install. That's what the OEMs are looking for. For us, what we want is the most performance we can get out of our vehicles. Real common to add a longer travel coilover, upper control arm that allows more droop, which in turn allows more travel. So one of the big drawbacks of that Clevite bonded bushing is it has a very limited range of travel. This kit from Whiteline uses it's kind of similar. It's got a bonded outer shell and then a polyurethane inner shell, but the sleeve is not attached. It's still a tight fit. It's gonna press in right here, just like so. And I'm not gonna press it in because I wanna demonstrate with it, but this sleeve presses in and it's not bonded. What that allows is it allows a 360-degree range of motion for the bushing itself. And what that translates into is more deflection in your suspension as far as wheel travel goes. It eliminates the stiction that the rubber bushings have, and it allows the bushings to travel in a greater range of motion, which is what we're looking for. The kit here fits FJ Cruisers, GX470s, Toyota 4Runners, and Toyota Tacomas, something we're a really big fan of. It also tightens up the road feel because it's a little bit stiffer bushing, so all around it's a great upgrade to make. Real simple install, can be done with basically basic hand tools and a shop press. All right, so what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna press out these old factory bushings. These are the Clevite style. We already showed you what's disadvantageous about them. I'm actually just using the factory spare tire jack. It's bottle jack, it fits perfectly between the arms, and if you're careful and mindful of your situation, it actually works really well. These things aren't pressed in here super hard, and you got to watch out because these are going to suddenly release and shoot out a lot of times, so you got to be careful of that, be mindful of where that bushing is going to go. I got it pointed at the ground. I'm pretty comfortable with that. Okay, so I got the bushings pressed into the arm. It takes a little bit of ingenuity, shop press, C-clamps, bottle jack, making sure you got the right spacers so you're not crushing the bushings. So something to be aware of is that these bushings have a fat side and a narrow side. As you can see on both the bushings. You want to make sure that the fat side is pointed out on either end of the arm when the bushings are in their respective locations. Okay, so you've probably been wondering why I've been doing all this work. It seems like a lot of work for a small little part when you can just buy a whole loaded control arm, or you can buy like a Chaos lower arm. Those are a great option. They're a little on the spendy side, so this is a great intermediate option. Now, the factory Clevite bushings on this side, they have basically no deflection. The arms are torqued down, and I'm hanging on it with all my weight, and you can see that it barely moves. And what's going on is, when you go to a longer travel coilover, mid-travel upper arm, what happens is these bushings are beyond the range of what they can
freely moving, so you're stressing the bushing every time you cycle the suspension, and what happens is they slowly fatigue and tear. And when that happens, the truck's going to feel all over the place. Your lower arm is really loose in the vehicle. On this side, we've got the installed arm. You can see with the Whiteline bushings, this side's torqued down as well, but I can freely rotate the arm. I mean, without the frame there, I can freely rotate it 360 degrees. So what you end up with is a bushing that not only has a tighter durometer rating, so a tighter road feel, but the stiction has been eliminated. Now the arm can freely rotate from full bump to full droop without any additional, without adding any stiction to it, because really easily to move this because the bushing is pivoting on the sleeve itself. So this is a really good upgrade to make. There's a lot of sound reasoning behind it, even if it is a lot of work to do this yourself. This is something we can do. So thanks for tuning in.